Okay. See, we will see the next one experiment is that experiment number 7, determination of Z parameter of two-port network. So how the Z parameter it can be determined, that is determination of Z parameter of a two-port network. So again, we determine this Z parameter and verify the value of this parameter with the result obtained from simulation, that is by using a result. We calculate the Z11, Z22 and Z22, Z12 and Z21, and also we do the theoretical calculation, and after doing a theoretical calculation we will see the result. If this result and we obtain the result by simulation, if it is same, then we hence we tell that the verification of Z parameter of two-port network. Okay, see the circuit diagram for that. See, before that, do you know that two-port network? The two-port network, it can be obtained. It is called as open circuited parameter. Open circuited Z parameter. Why it is called as open circuit parameter? Anyone tell? Hello. Anyone tell why it is called as open circuit parameter? So open circuit parameter because this parameter it can be obtained by open circuiting the terminal. Okay, so open circuiting one of the port, we get two parameter. There is second port open circuit kela, we get two parameter. If we do first one port open circuited, then we will get two parameter. See the parameter it can be obtained like this. That is Z11 is equals to V1 divided by I1 when I2 it is equals to 0. I2 it is equals to 0, that means second port is open circuited. Again I2 it is equals to 0, it is nothing but second port is open circuited. Second port open circuit केल्यानंतर आपल्याला हे दोन पॅरामीटर मिळतील, that is Z11 and Z21. And Z12 and Z22 it will be getting when input port it can be open circuited. So input port open circuited, that means I1 is equals to 0. Sorry, I1 it is equals to 0. So when I1 is equals to 0, you will get the two parameter Z12 and Z22. Okay, so this parameter it is getting by open circuiting the port. So it is called as open circuit parameter. Open circuiting each and every port, that is first of all open circuiting first port, open circuiting second port, output port and input port. दोन port आहेत. So by open circuiting this any one of the port, we will get the two parameter. Again open circuiting remaining port, we will get the two parameter. So this is just Z parameter introduction. Now we will take a diagram, or it may be circuit diagram. We will see the result obtained in the simulation, and then we will calculate the value. See here it is. Here the network it can be taken as a resistance R1, resistance R2, then input port having an voltage V2, output port having an voltage V2, input port voltage V1. Select the resistor. We have selected the value of resistor R1 is nothing but 4 ohm, as I have already given this value. So R1 is equals to 4 ohm, then R2 it is equals to 1 ohm, R3 is equals to 2 ohm. See, R1 is equals to 1 ohm and R3 is equals to 2 ohm. Okay, so 4, 2 and 1. Now in a theoretical, we calculate the Z parameter by comparing it with standard equation of Z parameter. Z parameter च्या standard equation शी compare करून आपण parameter find out करतो. So see, here it is V1, just write V1 as it is. Here it is V2, here just write V2 as it is. This value is given V1 and V2. This value we taken for only experimental reading. That means without giving an excitation to the circuit, you cannot measure the value. But theoretically, we just represent the V1, V2 and calculate or compare this equation with standard equation of Z parameter. See, standard equation of Z parameter is that, first of all, we will write standard equation. Standard equation of Z parameter. Standard equation of Z parameter is that V1 it is equals to, this can be obtained by applying KVL, that is V1 it is equals to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2. Second standard equation is that V2 it is equals to Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. Okay, Z22 into I2 and Z11 is equals to Z11 it is equals to, V1 is equals to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2, V2 is equals to Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. So just we apply the KVL and find out this value. Okay, so see, suppose this current is nothing but this current is also given, that is current flowing from this is nothing but I1, याच्यामधला current I1 आहे. Then this current it is nothing but I1. Again we represent the remaining value. Okay, so see, this current I1, this current I2, this current I3. So see, this resistance is nothing but 4, this resistance is nothing but 1, and what is the value of R3? R3 is equals to 2. Value of R3 it is equals to 2 ohm. R3 it is equals to 2 ohm, V1 as it is, V2 as it is. Now current flowing from this, we select this, that is current I1, or when we apply KVL to the mesh 1 la KVL apply kela, so equation becomes V1 is equals to 4I1 plus 2. This current is flowing in the direction, so just take a direction anti-clockwise. Just write 2I3, or you will write I1 plus I2, that is 2I1 plus I2. 2I1 plus I2 it is is equals to 0. I have already written. So V1 is equals to 4I1 plus 2I1 plus 2I1. So if we simplify this, 4 plus 2 is nothing but 6I1 plus 2I2. Sorry, here it is I1 written, so it is I2. 6I1 plus 2I2 it is nothing but V1. So this is, we got one equation. Suppose this is equation 3. Now apply KVL to the mesh second mesh la KVL apply kela, so it becomes V2 is equals to 1I2 or I2 plus 2I2 plus I1. Okay, so according to this, just simplify this. I2 plus 2I2 plus 2I2 plus 2I1. So just write or rearrange this equation, that is 2I1 plus 3I2. 2I1 plus 3I2 it is equals to V2. Now this is equation 4. Compare this equation 3 and equation 4 with the standard equation of Z parameter. Z parameter च्या standard equation शी compare केलं. What is the value of Z11? Z11 ची value काय?
6.
Z11 is equals to 6. Z12 is equals to 2. Then Z21 it is equals to 2. And then Z22 it is equals to 3. So we got Z parameter by theoretical calculation. Theoretical calculation वरून आपल्याला Z parameter मिळाले. Okay. Now we use the simulation software and we determine the procedure for that. Procedure काय बघा त्यासाठी अगोदर. Can I clear this? Clear करू का हे? Hello. Can I clear this right up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, procedure is that. See here procedure. To make the excitation voltage as given, that means जे voltage आपण देणार आहे ते voltage अगोदर द्यायचं. So see, first one step is that to measure the Z11, Z21, give input to the port 1 and keep output port open circuited. Okay, output port पहिल्यांदा open circuit करूया. When output port it can be open circuited, then measure the value of current I1, current voltage V1 and voltage V2. V1, V2 and I1 ची value measure करायची. Okay, so suppose value of I1 value of V1 and value of V2 when I2 is equals to 0. Okay, and then second procedure is that to measure the Z11 or to determine the Z12 and Z21, give the input to the port 2, keep the port 1 is open. When port 1 is open, at that situation I1 is equals to 0. I1 काय असेल 0 असेल. So at that situation measure the value of V1, V1 ची व्हॅल्यू मेजर करायची, V2 ची व्हॅल्यू मेजर करायची and I2 ची व्हॅल्यू मेजर करायची. So according to this value getting from this simulation, या व्हॅल्यू वरून आपण फाइंड करणार. डू यू नो द फॉर्म्युला? याचे फॉर्म्युले बघा आहे तिथं. Z11, व्हॉट इज Z11? Z11 is equals to V1 divided by I1. That is V1 आलेली व्हॅल्यू ऑफ V1 when I2 is equals to 0. I2 0 ज्या वेळेस असेल त्यावेळेस आलेली व्हॅल्यू ऑफ V1 and value of I1. According to this we will calculate Z11. Then similarly Z12 it can be calculated V1 divided by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. V1 divided by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. Z21 it can be calculated V2 divided by I1 when I2 is equals to 0. And Z22 it can be calculated V2 divided by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. Okay, so first of all we will simulate this and take the reading, that is V1, V2, I1, I2, and second condition V1, V2, I1, I2. I1 0 second condition la, I2 0 first condition. Okay, so see we will do the simulation. First of all we will connect the given circuit. Circuit काय बघा अगोदर आपलं. So I will just remove all this connection. I required one of the power supply. Again I required another one power supply because V2 is there. So I will take another one power supply. Then there are 3 resistances. I required another one resistor. Resistor is there. So see, tell me the value of resistor R1, R2. R1, R2 चे value सांगा. We will select the value of R1, R2 and R3. Value of R1 4 है ना? Hello.
Yes.
Value of R1 it is equals to 4. R2 it is equals to 1. R3 is equals to 2. So value of R2, just I will connect R2 here. Value of R2 is equals to 1 ohm. Then value of R3 it is equals to 2 ohm. 2 ohm. Okay, I have select the value. See the value 4 ohm, 1 ohm and 2 ohm. Then here it is voltage. It can be applied here. Suppose here it is. It can be connected here. Now this is one of the positive terminal. Negative terminal it can be connected here. Then this one is a common terminal. Okay. I want to measure the value of I1 also. So it can be showing in here also. That means in power supply also, or otherwise you will connect the multimeter also. Multimeter पण आपण connect करू शकतो. So see, I will connect multimeter in series with this. Suppose I want to measure the value of I1. See, first situation value आपण select केले का voltage. So we will select the voltage. That is किती select केले voltage बघा. 10 volt and 5 volt. So the voltage first one is nothing but 10 volt and second one voltage is nothing but 5 volt. Okay, so see, firstly I2 it can be open circuited. Port second it can be open circuited. So port second it can be open circuited is nothing but what is the current I2? Current काय असेल I2? हा करंट जो शो करेल इट इज I1. हा करंट इथेही दाखवला जाईल. देन व्होल्टेज V1 या मीटर मध्ये दाखवलं जाईल आणि व्होल्टेज V2 इथे दाखवलं जाईल. सो हियर इट इज V2, हियर इट इज V1 and here it is I1. Okay, take the reading. All of you take the reading. So see, I will start simulation. First of all, I2 is equals to 0. I will put the value of this current in the second voltmeter. It is 0. 0 put keli. So I will start simulation. Okay, take the reading. V1 is equals to 10 volt. पहिल्या condition la reading घ्या. That is V1. It is equals to 10. V2 it is equals to 3.33 volt. 3.33 volt. And I1 is equals to, बघा I1 मल्टीमीटर कनेक्ट करायची पण गरज नाही, इथं I1 ऑलरेडी दाखवलेला आहे. सो I1 is equals to 1.67. okay, so this reading when I2 it is equals to 0. Now we will put the I1 is equals to 0. I1 0 put करूया. I will select here current, suppose 10 ampere, and I will put I1 0. I1 0 is nothing but select the current 0. Okay, then start simulation. Here it is current 0. Here already current is shown. So the current, take the reading. That is value of V1. V1 ची value काय? V1 is equals to 3.33. Then V2 is equals to value of V2. Here it is V2. It can be shown. That is 5 volt. And value of I2. I2 ची value बघा या मीटर मध्ये दाखवलेले आहे. So I2 is equals to 1.67 when 1.67 when I1 is equals to 0. हे लक्षात आलं का reading घ्यायचं? All of you getting this? How the reading it can be taken? When input port it can be short circuited, you will get the 3 reading. When output port, input port it can be open circuited, you will get the 3 reading. And when output port it is open circuited, you will get the 3 reading. Getting? हे लक्षात आलं? We want to calculate the Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. त्याच्या व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचे आहेत by using this reading. Okay. Hello. Getting no? Please give me reply. Hello. लक्षात आलं का हे रीडिंग कोणते कोणते घ्यायचे? Okay. So see now by using this formula, see we calculate the value of Z11, Z12 by using this reading. या reading चा use करून आपण value calculate करूया. So see, first of all we calculate the Z11. Z11. So see Z11 is equals to V1 divided by I1 when I2 is equals to 0. I2 0 असल्यानंतर V1 आणि I1 ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे बघा. So V1 is equals to 10. I1 is equals to 1.67. Do the calculation. What is the answer? किती येते answer? 10 divided by 1.67.
5.98.
5.98.
5.98. Okay, 5.98. Then similarly calculate the value of Z12. Z12 ची value calculate करा. V1 divided by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. V1 divided by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. I1 ज्या वेळेस 0 आहे. What is the value of V1? V1 ची value आहे 3.33. Okay, 3.33 divided by I2. I2 ची value 1.67. Do the calculation. What is the answer? Z12 is equals to किती येते आन्सर? हॅलो, किती येते आन्सर? किती?
1.99.
1.99. Okay, so see 1.99. Then similarly we calculate the value of Z21. Z21 ची value calculate करू. So V2 divided by I1 when I2 is equals to 0. V2 divided by I1 when I2 is equals to 0. I2 is equals to 0 असताना V2 ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे? So V2 is equals to 3.33 divided by I1 is equals to 1.67. Again this value remains same, that is 1.99. Now calculate the value of Z22. So Z22, what is the formula for Z22? Z22 is equals to V2 divided by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. I1 is equals to 0. What is the value of V2? V2 is equals to 5 divided by I2 is equals to 1.67. 1.67. किती येते व्हॅल्यू आहे Z22 ची? हॅलो, 5 divided by 1.67.
2.99.
2.99. Okay. See the result. Z11 is nothing but 5.98. It is approximately equal to 6, or it is equals to 6. Z12 it is equals to 1.99. It is nothing but 2. Z21 it is equals to 1.99. It is approximately equal to 2. And Z22 it is nothing but 5 divided by 1.67. It is nothing but 2.99. So it is approximately equal to 3. So see the value of our theoretical value: 6, then 2, 2 and 3. So these are the Z parameter. Okay. So our theoretical value and our simulated value or determined value are same. Getting? लक्षात आलं का हे? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we verify again this Z parameter, or also we determine the value of Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. Okay, ही value पण आपण determine केली. So this is seventh one practical. Now another one practical is that Y parameter. So this practical I think you will perform by using this Tinkercad and calculate the value. I have given already reading दिलेले आहेत. So just calculate the value by theoretically. So after calculation of theoretical, you just verify it by using Tinkercad. Okay. Hello.